Marilyn Stebbins, and I am faculty emeriti at the UCSF School of Pharmacy. And I came to CHBRP in 2015, and our dean had met Garen. Garen had a future pharmacy student intern for the summer, and she had talked to him about going into pharmacy, and she was a wonderful intern for them. And while our dean happened to be at the office of the president back then, Garen came and met him and said, I want you to meet one of your future students. And we'd love to start thinking about a pharmacist faculty on our task force because so many bills are related to pharmacy. And our dean came back to me because of the work I've done with health insurance and drug benefit design and said, hey, how would you like to be part of CHBRP? And so Garen and I met and started our collaboration then. And it's been really fabulous to be able to work with the CHBRP team and to share some of my expertise and medication knowledge, as well as drug benefit design knowledge. I typically join 2 to 3 teams each season, and my expertise of both pharmacy and medications is a bit about what I bring to the team as well as my knowledge of sort of the pharmacy benefit design. And so oftentimes when a bill has to do with medications, I will help put tables together, make sure that we're including everything that needs to be included, that we design our carrier surveys appropriately so that we're asking the right questions. And then I participate in the weekly calls, and throughout the review and formation of our CHBRP reports, I have my input. And then at the end, I do a review of our report and comment and make edits to the report or recommend edits and work with the team to ensure all of the areas related to medication use or benefit design are accurate. I have to say the CHBRP task force does have amazing people on it with expertise far beyond anything I ever expected. And I learn so much from everybody on the team. And I think it's just the sheer variety of expertise that comes together on each team that makes it so powerful and really is the strength of CHBRP. So I am working with CHBRP looking at both the cost visual analysis in the reports and how we represent our results, both from the utilization management and the cost side. It's always interesting to see how we talk about it in written form, but also how we present it in visual formats. And we've really experimented with different ways of doing it. And I'm a visual learner, and so I was really interested to help with that project, to sit and see if what we're showing is really representing what we're doing in the written word, as well as it's easily understandable by the public. And so I'm excited about that project, and I'm working on that this summer. And I think that's what I really appreciate about CHBRP is that we don't just complete analyses each year and then move on. We really are looking to improve, and we know that our audience is much more of a lay audience and needs a digestible format, and they need to be able to tell our story. And if we don't make it easy for them to read and understand, it doesn't work. Anshi's done a phenomenal job just from the standpoint of turning things a bit upside down and forcing all of us to think differently so that we can make these changes each year for our readers. That's one of the things I love is how dynamic these reports are. And we don't always get everything perfectly right, but that's what we work on the off season to do and come up with the next best solution. I will always say it's the people and just the enthusiasm and the dedication of both the staff and the task force. It doesn't feel like a job. It feels like we are solving a puzzle and working together to do that. And I love the discourse that happens. And I learn a tremendous amount each year. It's amazing that someone trusted me in 2015 to do this without any knowledge of what CHBRP does, but just the willingness to include and educate all the task force members and take their expertise. I always feel valued, which isn't always true in the workplace. And so much so that even upon retirement, I wanted to stay with CHBRP because I feel it's such a worthwhile venture. And I'm very dedicated still to teaching and mentoring. And I love to use CHBRP analyses with my student leaders so that they can look at advocacy in a different way and where to find really straightforward analyses that's unbiased and how to evaluate bills. So it's been really fun to turn this into an educational tool as well.